Frequent instances of underwear exposure, animated breast movements, and questionable camera angles are distinctive features of ecchi anime. While not as explicit as hentai, ecchi anime can be titillating or risque, featuring cheeky humor, flirtatious situations, and occasional nudity. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to go through the top 10 popular ecchi anime. Number 10. My Dress-Up Darling. Haunted by a childhood incident where a friend ridiculed him for his love of traditional dolls, Wakana Gojo spends his days as a loner, finding solace in the home economy room at his high school. To Wakana, individuals like the beautiful Marine Kitagawa, a fashionable girl surrounded by friends, seem like an alien. But when the cheerful Marine spots Wakana sewing away one day after school, she barges in with the aim of roping her quiet classmate into her secret hobby, cosplay. With cheeky humor, flirtatious scenarios, and occasional cosplay shenanigans, Dress-Up Darling promises a delightful blend of heartwarming moments, comedic scenes, and the occasional fan service. Number 9. High School of the Dead. Fujimi High School is hit by a deadly pandemic, turning students into flesh-eating zombies. Meet Takashi Komuro, an ordinary high schooler thrust into a fight for survival alongside his friends and a few unexpected allies. Takashi and his crew, including the badass Kendo Club president Saeko Busujima, the gun-savvy otaku Kuta Hirano, and Shizuka Marikawa, their hot school nurse, navigate a world gone mad. Together they face not only the relentless undead, but also the harsh realities of human nature during a crisis. Get ready for heart-stopping escapes, intense firearm showdowns, and a journey that explores the psychological toll of living in a post-apocalyptic world. The series blends horror, drama, and a bit of mystery, making each episode a gripping experience. Number 8. Haganai. When Kodaka Hasegawa finds out that he will be transferring to a new school, he is determined to make a positive impression, and maybe even some friends. However, Kodaka discovers he is out of luck when he immediately gets labeled as a violent delinquent due to his naturally blonde hair and fierce-looking eyes, which make him look like a dangerous Yankee to his schoolmates. One day, Kodaka accidentally comes across the equally solitary and very rude Yozora Mikazuki, while she converses with her imaginary friend Tomo. In an attempt to finally meet people, the duo decides to form the Neighbors Club, and are soon joined by a number of other fellow misfits, such as the eroge-loving Seina Kashiwazaki and other eccentric outcasts. The story follows their adventures as the club tries out various school and outside social activities as practice for making friends. Number 7. Food Wars. Shokugeki no Soma. Soma Yukihira has been cooking alongside his father, Juichiru, for as long as he can remember. Despite his young age, Soma is exceptionally talented, effortlessly creating new dishes. Sometimes these dishes have some really weird combinations of ingredients no one would use. Just before Soma enters high school, Juichiru drops a surprising announcement. Restaurant Yukihira will be closed for 3 years as he takes on an overseas opportunity. Juichiru recommends that Soma attend Totsuki Culinary Academy to further refine his skills. Upon arriving at the academy, Soma discovers that Totsuki is not your typical culinary school. It boasts a graduation rate of less than 1%. Number 6. Shimoneta. It's been 16 years since the Japanese government passed a stringent public decency law. The law for public order and morals in healthy child raising. Now, Japan prides itself on having a more righteous populace than any other country. All of its citizens are mandated to wear PM devices on their necks and wrists that alert the government if a person utters lewd jokes or profanity, or if one engages in any activity that could remotely be described as sexual. But there are still some who would dare oppose this world where dirty jokes do not exist, and Tanukichi Okuma is the son of one such well-known terrorist. Trying to escape his jailed father's legacy, he succeeds in enrolling in the country's most elite school, one known especially well for the righteousness of its students. Upon enrolling, however, he finds himself blackmailed into joining the rebel group SOX, headed by one Ayame Kaju, an uptight student council member whose secret identity is a sex terrorist codenamed Blue Snow. Number 5. Yuna and the Haunted Inn. Kogarashi is a high school boy cursed with misfortune to see ghosts since birth. His childhood has been anything but easy, and so does his financial stability as he's been burdened with debt. In his search for a home, he is introduced to the Yuragi Inn, a cheap boarding house and former hot springs inn where only incredibly beautiful girls reside. Amongst the residents is a 16-year-old ghost named Yuna, who lives in his room. Kogarashi has no desire to hurt a ghost girl, and instead, he ends up helping her figure out her unfinished business so she can move on to the afterlife before she turns evil. While he works on that, Kogarashi is pulled into the paranormal hijinks of the other residents of the inn, and even his new schoolmates. Number 4. To Love Ru. Yuki Rito is a high school student who cannot confess to the girl of his dreams, Sairenji Haruna. When sulking in the bathtub, a mysterious, nude girl appears out of nowhere. She introduces herself as Lala, an alien from the planet Deviluk, where she is the heir to the throne. Despite her position as the heiress to the most dominant power in the entire galaxy, Lala is surprisingly more than willing to marry the blatantly average Rito in order to avoid an unwanted political marriage. As the series progresses, Rito's life becomes increasingly chaotic as more extraterrestrial beings, including other alien princesses and bizarre creatures, enter the picture. Number 3. Seitokai Yakuindomo. Takatoshi Tsuda begins his first year in high school, choosing a campus convenient to his house. But what is different is that Osai Private Academy was an all-girls school, and this was the first year for it to go co-ed. That made him an extreme minority. I'm talking 28 guys to more than 500 girls. Awesome for him, right? No, the reality is not what he expected with Student Council President Shino Amakusa, who is studious and serious in appearance, but actually a huge pervert, constantly making lewd jokes. The secretary Arya, who may seem like a typical sheltered rich girl, but is just as lewd as the president, if not more so. And finally, the treasurer Suzu Hagimura, who may act fairly normal, but has the body of an elementary school student and is extremely self-conscious of it. Shino, along with other council members and the faculty advisor, are constantly making nearly everything about sex, and basically making him work through a non-stop assault of sexual humor and insanity. Number 2. Prison School. Hachimitsu Private Academy is a prestigious all-girls boarding school for elite young women full of potential and good breeding. But as the new school year rolls around, one tradition is going out the window. For the first time in the school's long history, boys are being allowed to enroll. Kiyoshi Fujino is one of these new boys, but he discovers to his shock that he and his 4 friends, Gakuto, Shingo, Juji, and Andre, are the only male students among thousands of girls. And at every moment, the guys will be under the thumb of the terrifying underground student council. On the council are 3 of Hachimitsu's cruelest: the violent secretary, Hana Midorikawa, the sadistic vice president, Meiko Shiraki, and the worst of them all, the diabolical president, Mari Kurihara. These are 3 women you do not disobey. The boys' lives are about to become a painful existence. One they must endure or suffer expulsion. Number 1. High School DxD. The story revolves around Issei, a perverted high school student attending Kuo Academy. He lives a peaceful life with his equally perverted friends, Matsuda and Motohama, until he is called on a date by a girl named Yuma Amano. After the date at night, Issei is brought to a local park, where Yuma whispers the words, "Can you die for me?" and transforms into a fallen angel. Issei is brutally attacked and killed by Yuma, However, Issei's story doesn't end there, as he is saved by a crimson-haired woman named Rias Gremory. The next morning, Issei, assuming the events that occurred yesterday were all just a dream, wakes up to find Rias naked in his bed. Rias reveals her identity as a devil to Issei and claims that she has reincarnated him into a devil, thus beginning his new life as a devil servant in the Occult Research Club.
And that is the end of the video. Thank you for watching.